I want to do like, this is me casually opening a box, but I can't do that when the box is like cemented shut on top of the game. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another One Board Family review. Today I'm going to talk to you about Junk Art, which was the game put out in 2016 by Pretzel Games. If you follow us on our blog, you'll know that we were big fans of this game when we played it back at the Atlanta Game Fest in 2016, and I couldn't get my hands on it back then because it was out of print. A new version was coming out in May, and I pre-ordered it, and it took a little working, but I finally got my hands on a copy a few weeks ago. But the big question is it as good as I remember? Well, let's find out. Now, Junk Art isn't something I normally think of when I think of a board game. Instead of a bunch of dice and a big board and cards all over the place, there are a bunch of little building blocks. There's over 24 different types of blocks, and they come in these 4 colors. And instead of one game that you're playing, this game actually comes with like 14 little mini games that have you doing different things with the building blocks. So one game might have you trying to build a tower of 10 pieces as fast as you can. Or maybe another game has you drawing cards with the pieces on them and trying to keep your tower from collapsing. Still another game might have you working with the other people at the table to try to build the largest piece all together in the center and to not be the person that ends up making it topple over. Do not do that. Based on the results of this game, you'll be awarded points, and after playing as many rounds as you want, whoever has the most points wins. In case it's not obvious, this game is all about building stuff, and I personally love building stuff. With all these pieces and all their different colors, Junk Art makes you feel like a little kid again playing with building blocks or Legos. You'll be spending each game in some form or another trying to stack things together, and if you're like me, sometimes you'll get so involved in stacking things that you'll forget that you're playing a game and you'll be like, ooh, I wonder if I can put that on top of that, until eventually the whole thing falls down and you had a good time even if you lost. Now, the original version came with wooden pieces, which were nice and solid, but I actually find that these plastic pieces work just as well, and they're weighted just right. They are pretty substantial so that you can still build whatever it is you might want to build. It might sound cheesy, but I don't think of Junk Art as a game. I think of it more as an experience. You see, I don't remember who won in the games that I've played previously. I think eventually we stopped even giving out the points. Because what I do remember is the tower that my friends and I built that had 30 pieces all together, and some of the seemingly impossible placement of pieces that they were able to pull off. I don't want to know. What did you just do? I remember being really bad at building compared to my friends because they were building these towers that seemed to defy the laws of physics, and I would place one little piece and it would collapse immediately. I guess that's what happens when you don't get an engineering degree. Having that sort of game is the thing I enjoy. I enjoy those moments together with people more so than I enjoy winning a game or having the most points at the end. So I think that's why Junk Art means so much to me as a gamer. You can turn this, if you want, into a game of winning and losing and pay close attention to the points for each round. Or you can just have fun building these towers as you go along. I think there's something in this for the incredibly competitive gamer and the, hey, let's all just be friends type gamer. I think this game works really well for kids too, even little kids. The rules for each of the mini games are very simple, and I think if you're 4 or 5 years old, you can figure out a way to stack the pieces on top of each other and build things. So this is a game that definitely works for the whole family. The biggest issue that I have with Junk Art is its availability. As I mentioned, I had a hard time getting my hands on a copy, and it still can be a little tough as it sells out on Amazon from time to time. But if you're able to find a retailer that has a copy, I suggest you go out and you buy it, especially if you've got some folks in your family or gaming group who love to build things, you know, kind of those Lego heads out there. Lego heads not being a thing, I just made that up. Well, that's all for today. If you want to see more video reviews, check out our YouTube channel and be sure to subscribe to get our latest stuff. Also, check out One Board Family for more content about board games that might be great for your board gaming group and family. Until next time, bye! Okay.
did it.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, kids.